that everyone have a very good picture and very good idea, and we have to know what is the purpose of learning also. Okay, so that is a major concern and major reason where I am starting from the zeroth level. Okay, so you people already, some people are very well versed, but bear with me. So don't go and don't rush. Why Molali is going again to the same topics which we already know. It is not that point. We have to be some sort of a patience where everyone will get something out of it. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
guys, please
It's
go on
okay,
mute.
sir.
If you have any questions, unmute and ask me. So it is totally a two-way communication session. So I'm not a teacher here where I'm telling whatever wish I have. I could able to tell you, and you are in the mute, and you're not asking any questions. That could not work out. So it has to be work out, both ways. Okay. So if you did not understand, ask me, stop me over there, ask me. I'm trying to put it into another way where you could able to understand. So without understanding, we cannot able to go to the next level. Okay, got it? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hope you people are able to see my screen.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, very nice. So before starting the session, the Java, what we are gonna be learn now. Before starting the session, we are going to learn a basic rule in software programming language. Okay, the basic rule of it. I mean, I could not say like in a software programming language. In your daily life also, whatever the things which you are gonna follow, you have to follow this rule. When you follow this one, it would be helpful for your entire career. Okay, so that rule is called dot rule. Okay, that is you have these dots. Okay, now if I want to connect from this dot to this dot, from this dot to this dot, what will happen finally? It would create a
Line. Perfect
Line.
straight line.
Line.
one line.
Straight line.
Okay, so if
line.
I
Line.
connect all these dots, so it would follow a one straight line. It would create. Now, for example, I missed here. I missed here. And I missed here. Okay, now are you able to connect a straight line here?
No, sir.
No.
Some sort of a line would create.
No.
But do you think really you can able to create a straight line?
No,
No.
sir.
No.
Okay, now what is the problem? Why we are not able to do that?
There's a gap
There are
between
some gaps between the
The gap
dots.
between our lines
There
are
is no
more.
continuity.
There is a gap between something. Okay. Rather than that, I could say there is a dot missing between the two things.
Yes,
There
sir.
is a gap is there. Rather than that, you need to understand there is a dot missing. So in any programming language, so when you start from this dot is depend on this dot. Okay, and the next dot would be depend on the previous dot, and the next dot is depend on the previous dot. Like that, the line is depend on every dot. When you have a understanding where you can able to connect from this dot to this dot, this dot to this dot, then you could able to create a straight line. In the same way, you could able to understand any topic. I mean, in terms of a programming language, in terms of anything also, in your whatever the technology you are learning. So if you did not understand the previous dot and you want to move on to the another topic, that could not work out. Okay, because it is totally depend on previous one. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir. Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So, for example, if you put it into the general terms, you want to go from Tirupati to Hyderabad. Okay, you have to go to the each station, and then you can go to the next station. you cannot able to jump from the one station to the another directly, right? If you're going by train, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you need to
sir.
connect to the E
Yes, sir.
dot, then only you can able to reach the destination, right? So this
Yes,
is the general idea and general way of learning and general way of living also. Got it? So when you are talking anything, you need to connect the dots. When you are able to connect the dots, automatically answer would be coming. Okay. So
Okay.
what is the main reason here why I'm telling this one, to understand the concepts. Okay. So daily we are going to be touch each and every concept. So if you are missing one day, if you are absent for something and if you wantedly absent and you are not interested and you have absent, and the next day if I started the new concept, you will not understand because the connection between the dots is missing. Okay, that is the major reason I am asking you guys, you have to be available 100% on daily basis. Got it?
yes,
Yes.
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So guys, this is the basic agenda to everyone, and Pina is available. Pina would be screening for all you guys. So how it is you people are available and your people are joining. If you people are not interested, please drop off. That was a very clear, direct instruction. So there is nothing harm to me and nothing harm to you. Rather than that, for this 1 hour class, whatever you are gonna be attend from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., you can sleep. Okay, don't waste your time and don't waste my time too. Okay, so this is the direct point. There is nothing concerns and nothing extra things for here. I can able to bypass for you guys. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
so
Yes.
okay, guys. So with a lot of energy and so much enthusiasm, I'm gonna be start the new session on Java. Okay, so first in the Java basically. So we will see here. Uh, when you come here into the W3 schools, if you see, so we are gonna be follow the same syllabus where it is available in the W3 schools. Okay, got it? So we are gonna be one
Yes,
by
sir.
one.
Okay, sir.
So there is nothing deviation is gonna be happen. So you have to be understand very clearly. Okay. Now, first of all, we are gonna be start in the Java uh, data types. Okay. So now I'll go with the people, okay? So you should not be rush. I'll ask like who is gonna be given answer. So let's see. Okay. In my list, I can see Aarti Somi.
Good morning, sir.
Hey Aarti. What do you mean by data types?
Data type is like it specifies the size of a variable, sir, that can store the variable, the values of the variables. And we have two types, that is primitive and non-primitive.
Hold on. I'm asking a simple question. What is a data type?
Data
So
type
I'm not asking.
specifies.
I'm not asking for the definition, Aarti.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
try to understand my question. My question is very simple. What do you mean by a data type?
It's kind of values which the user specifies to
Okay.
store their
Okay. Before
informations.
before this, I will ask you one more question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Variables. Okay. We'll
Yes, sir.
start with the variables. What do you mean by a variable?
Um, it's a kind of like just I don't know the exact this thing, sir. It's kind of value which we store. It's
Kind
in
of a
the form
value
of
which will store.
alphabets. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Leave it. No problem, Aarti.
Okay, sir.
Let's see, Mr. Naresh, Team D.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by a variable, Naresh?
Readable the value, sir.
Huh?
Readable the value.
Variable is a value.
Readable the value of assign to variable, sir.
Value assigned to the variable. Okay. Okay. Miss Priyanka Allani.
Sir, variables are containers for storing data values, sir.
Container for storing values. Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Sujit.
Sir,
What is variable?
it is for storing the data, sir, data values.
Okay. Data values. Okay. What is Umer? What do you mean by variable?
So a variable is kind of like a box, and inside that box you can store anything you want, and you can keep on storing and storing inside that box.
Inside the box. Okay. So do you want to explain a little bit more, Umer?
Can I give an example?
I wanted. I want to. What do you mean by a variable? I don't want to be any examples out of it here.
So a variable is kind of like a place where you can store like anything you want to store inside a variable. You can store it.
Okay. Okay. So that's fine. Umer, thank you. Okay. Let's see. Okay, guys. Variable. So the basic idea of a programming language, it's you need to understand the English. If you understand English, and then you know the automatically what is meant by. Okay. So any whatever the topics which we are gonna be discussed, we will start with the English meaning of it. If you understand English meaning, then automatically you will gonna be understand what is the concept of that. Okay. Now variable. So it is English meaning. It is saying that which is varying. Correct. Variable means it is varying something. It is what it is varying. No one knows about it. Variable means it is varying something. Correct. That is the English meaning of a variable. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Correct.
For example, we have understand this variable in mathematics. We have understand this variable in physics. We have understand variable in chemistry. So this word we have heard in many places, many times, but we are not understanding what it is. Okay, we have understand variable means variable, something like that. But little bit ahead, you need to think little bit more, saying that what do you meaning? What do you mean by this? In English meaning, variable means which is varying. Okay. Now, like Umesh said, it is a box which you can able to store something. Whatever you want, you can able to store it. Okay. Now, here, the variable means which is varying always. Now we are talking about a programming language. In the programming language, what would be there? 100% the data would be there. Correct or not? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So,
Yes, sir.
so that the data would be changing here. How the data is changing, no one knows. The only the thing we know, the data is a changing. That is what we know. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Very good. Now we'll go to the next step. So we understand the concept of a variable, and we understand the English meaning of a variable, and we understand the what is our general term which we use on daily basis. That is also we understand. So these are the three things we understand about a variable. Now we'll move on to the next topic. Any questions on the variables to anyone if they did not understand anything?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Guys,
No,
if
sir.
No, sir.
I mean, you no need to say no. I mean, the people have any questions, please unmute and you can able to talk to me. Anyone has any questions?
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yes, Pavani.
ఇప్పుడు ఇట్స్ చేంజింగ్ కన్సిస్టెంట్లీ అంటే it doesn't have a permanent storage. It is a temporary storage.
Uh, Pavani, don't confuse yourself and don't confuse others. Okay, we are talking about simple concept variable. Variable means which is varying. We did not talk about storage, we did not talk about permanent thing, and we did not talk about something else. Okay, whatever the things we talked about, you need to be have any doubts on that. So we can build the building, first we'll put the basement and then ground floor and then first floor and then second floor. We cannot able to build the building directly to the 100th floor, right? So slowly we can go. Okay, so if you ask about the storage, I too don't know, because we are not discussing anything about right now. Got it?
Okay, sir.
So any questions on the variables, on a topic of a variable? Any questions to anyone? Guys, please go on mute, so you should not disturb the class. Okay, okay, so if you don't have any questions, then shall I move on to the another topic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So very good.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Yes, sir. We are gonna be moved to the a topic called data types. Okay. Now, again the same way. So we'll pick the people and we'll ask about what do you mean by a data type in terms of English meaning. I'm not talking about anything specifically about a technology. I'm talking about a what is an English meaning basically. Okay. Gautami, what do you mean? What do you understand about English meaning of a data types?
It is values, sir. Ante numbers are decimal values, float values, data types, sir. When you are taking like age 19, otherwise percentage.
Hold on, Gautami. Hold
Yes,
on.
sir.
Hold on. Gautami,
Yes, sir.
I'm asking very simple question. What is the English meaning of a data types? So I am not asking about anything question here. I mean, in terms of a programming language, English meaning I'm asking.
Data means different type of data it will store, sir.
Different types of a data. Okay. Okay, that's good, Gautami. So here we are talking about types of data. Okay, just reverse this word, jumble this one, data types. So you can just jumble it. We are talking about types of data. So how many types of data is available? That is what we are talking. We are not talking anything apart from that. So here,
Yes.
guys, it's very, very simple thing, If you understand a English meaning of a topic, you will 100% you will understand, what is the content it is available. Now, if you see, like, for example, if you ask how many types of biscuits are there, you will say, like, Britannia biscuit, Good Day biscuit. There are different types of biscuits are there, right? Salt biscuit, butter biscuit, whatever it is, you can able to tell. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
So in the same way, here also we are talking about data types. That means like types of data. So what are the different types of a data is available? Okay, now generally, leave about a programming language. We are not at all talking about any programming language here. So generally, what types of data would be available? I'll call up a name. Okay, don't be hurry. Okay, because I don't want, like, 100 people giving the 100 types of answers which no one will understand. Mr. Manoj Kumar.
Hello. Yes, sir.
What do you mean by different types of a data? I mean, generally, what are the different types of data would be available?
Different types of data, like hint, float, like which have different characteristics, like different behavior.
Manoj, understand my point. I'm asking different types of a data. I don't know about integer. I don't know about float. So because I'm a starter now. So if you ask me all these things, if you say all these things, I don't know. I'm asking simply what different types of a data which we can able to write into the computer?
Like numbers, names,
Okay, hold on. Numbers,
special
very good. Second,
names, names,
names means like, that's called as alphabets.
special characters,
Special characters, okay. Then,
alphabets,
yeah, numbers you said, alphabets you said, that's good. And special characters you said, good. And
like keywords like control keys or option,
uh,
shift. Like
so, I mean, that is the controls, we are talking about. We are not talking about the data, right? With the control key, are you able to write anything? No, right?
no.
Okay. So we are talking about a data. Specifically, I'm talking about the types of data. You said numbers, that's good. You said alphabets, that's good. You said special characters, that's good.
That's it, sir.
Okay. Padmaja, do you think anything else?
Decimals.
Decimals, very good. Decimal numbers. And then? Mr. Amit Kumar, can you go on mute, please? Yeah. Pramila, any other things do you think?
No, sir.
Can I
Okay. Who's that?
Sir, this is Tejashwini.
Yes, Tejashwini.
Sir, binary values, sir.
Binary values. Binary, what do you mean by binary values here?
Zeros and ones, sir. To store the values of zeros and
Zeros and ones are nothing but like a alpha. I mean, it's a numbers, right?
numbers you are saying.
Then what is the point coming here, the binary value? That's an alphabet. I mean, that's a numbers, right? Already Mr. Manoj said that numbers. Number starts with a zero only, right? Anything else? Okay. I'll tell you one more.
Arithmetic operators. Operators.
Who is this?
Pramila, sir.
Okay. Premila, and to everyone, guys, don't confuse and don't make confused to the other people. We are not talking about anything else. Understand the question and talk. Okay. If you are speaking something, it has to make sense. Got it? So whatever the things which is coming to your mind, you should not able to speak, that is not going to be wonderful. Okay. It is totally, it is going to be in a different direction. Understand my question and answer it. I am asking like, we are talking about the types of data. Why would you can say this arithmetic operators coming to the picture here, Pramila? We are talking about the data. Okay. Okay. Now coming to the point, I would add one more thing: alphanumeric, alphabets and numbers together. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now,
Yes, sir.
as our friend says, like the numbers, like the decimal numbers, like the alphabets and the alphanumerics, and the another point is special character. This is what we know. Now, in terms of a keyboard, in terms of whatever the things we are gonna be give, this is the data we are gonna be input, maximum percentage. Correct or not? Right? So these are the types of data is available in the whole world where we are gonna be write it down into the paper or into the computer also. Right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Very
sir.
good.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you have any questions on this? On the variables, on the data types? I mean, data types in the sense like types of data?
No,
No,
sir.
No, sir.
no, sir.
Sir, Boolean is also there, no, sir, in data types.
I'll come to the point, my dear friend. Okay. So right now we have understanding about with the general topic, we are connecting to the programming language. That is the major agenda why I'm coming in, from the zeroth level. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so normally we know only these things. Okay, so what was it?
Images, JPG,
Uh,
pictures.
see, JPGs, all these things with the keyboard, will you able to do that?
No, not with the keyboard. I
I'm
just
talking.
say it. Yeah, general terms, sir.
We are talking about the key, data which we are inputting or data which we are able to put it into the computer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So in that case, we can say a lot of things. I'm talking very down level, okay, because I'm not so much intelligent like you guys. So because I'm still in the learning phase, so that's why we are in the types of data only. Okay. Okay. Now the point here is very clear. So we are talking about the types of data. Okay, make maximum types of data if you say like numbers, decimals, and alphabets and alphanumerics. And there is another thing called special characters. That is what we know. Okay. Now the same thing we will link into the programming language. Now the first thing is a number. Okay. Here first we have numbers, alphabet, and decimals and special characters. Okay. So these are the four things we have, which we understand in our generally, and we use these four things in our day-to-day life also. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now these things we are gonna be categorizing to the our programming language, so that we can able to use the same things only. We are not something bringing something from out of the pocket and putting here and saying that it is a programming language. We are not doing that. Everything we know, but we are categorizing on the based on the purpose and based on the usage. Okay, so we are categorizing and we are trying to understand. Now the numbers. Okay, so sorry. So now in the
Sir, could
numbers.
you please increase the font size, sir?
Sir, alphanumeric is missed, sir.
Oh yeah, alphanumeric. Sorry.
Sir, can we include rational fractional numbers, sir?
That is called a decimals, right?
It's decimal.
That's the point, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You have any other meaning of a fraction, my dear friend? No,
No,
right?
sir. I think that those are 4/2, 6/3, like that, sir.
If you talk about something, you are talking into something, French, if you are talking about bytes, all this stuff. So we did not talk about it. We are talking about only
Sir,
which one?
I'm just like 4/2, 6/3. I'm saying like
Four
that.
by two. Oh, 4/2, 6/3. Okay. 4/2, it is divided by 2 only, right? That's a number, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
So 3/4 also, that is, you will get it the fraction numbers, right? 0.12
Yes,
or whatever it is.
yes, sir.
So that is comes to the decimals only, right? Finally,
Okay, sir.
correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now coming to the point of a number. So do we have any limit of a number? I mean, it
No,
starts with
sir.
a 0 we can take, and up to which number we can go?
Infinite.
Infinite.
Okay. So
Infinite,
there is
sir.
no limit of the number. So it would go basically 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. It is totally moving on. Correct? Correct
Yes,
or not?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So we have seen these numbers. Okay, so this is the numbers we have. Now the same numbers we will tag to the our programming language. Okay. How we will able to tag to the programming language? Okay, what we can do, uh, So there is no limit for the numbers. Okay, we can do something like this. Okay, from this number to this number, we will give to someone. From this number to this one, we will give to someone else. And from this number to this number, we will give to someone else. Like that, we can able to tag. That's what we can do. Correct or not? Right? Because there is no limit
Yes.
here where we can able to say that, numbers, everything, it will go into the one place. That's not going to be happen, right? So what the people, when the programming language is designed, what they thought, okay, we can able to divide and segregate this one to the small number of groups, and we can give to the people. So the one first person they given as, short. So they given inside the numbers where it will store only the numbers. Remember very clearly, the short means it will store only the numbers. So I'm not talking about decimal numbers. We are talking about clearly whole numbers. You understand what is the difference between the decimal number and whole number, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
So with the dot it is there, it's a decimal, and without the dot it's a whole number. Okay. Now in terms of so they segregated is a short. So short is minus 128 to plus 127. So between this range, whatever the numbers are coming, I will put it into the short. That is what they given as one example. The second one, they given as a integer. Okay. So this integer is they have given to, I did not remember exactly what it's like. Oh, sorry. It is a byte. I'm miscalculated. This is the byte.
Right.
Okay, and the short. So the short is they have segregated from minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. Okay, within this range, if anything comes, they are gonna be put it into the short data type. Okay, and then okay, we can increase little bit more. If for example, if the person given more than this number, what could we do? That is called integer. So they have given like 3, 6, 9, 10, 10 digits. Okay, 10 digits numbers from minus 2 followed by 9 digits to plus 2 followed by 9 digits. It will be put it into the category of integer. Okay, so this is the third category. And the fourth category they have given again, that is called long. Okay, got it? This long category, it is a 15 digits basically. Earlier we have seen 10. Now it is 15 or 16. I did not remember exactly. Let's count. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and 19. Total minus 19 digits to plus 19 digits. Okay. Got it? Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the numbers, when the numbers have, there is no definite ending is there. So what the people did, okay, we can segregate this one to the smaller group and we can assign to the different people. The first guy came, that is called a byte. This guy can hold minus 128 to plus 127. The second guy came, his name is short. So minus 32,768 to plus 32,767. Like that they have segregated. So byte, short, integer, and long, based on the range of a number it could store. Okay, got it?
Yes,
Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Now do you understand the history of how these things are coming? Basically, I mean, if the people are computer background, so they are studying from the first year of their BTech, integer, byte, chart, all this stuff, but they never ever understand why it would be, what is the reason behind it. So now, if you understand this concept, and after 100 days also, if someone is asking, hey, my dear friend, why this integer comes and what is this range? What is this concept? Why it would be like that? So you have a reason to tell that. Correct or not? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So this is the background, guys. So this is the reason why we have a segregation between the a numbers. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Okay, now
Yes, sir.
okay, now we'll add one more thing to this one. When we are doing the segregation, so I'll come to here. So for example, let me take a smaller box and this another box and another box and another box. Okay. Now, how much capacity this box would take? Like, this is a smaller box. So, I mean, I can able to store this much of big item
No,
No.
sir.
No,
No.
sir.
No, sir.
because
No.
capacity is very
Yep.
small so that I can able to store only this item, right?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Sir.
Okay. And also in the same way, this is the box. Now this capacity I can able to store this item or I can able to store this item.
Smaller.
No.
Smaller.
No,
The
Smaller
sir.
one.
smaller one. So based on the capacity, the box has been designed. Correct? Based on the capacity, the box has been designed so that you can able to store particular item into that. So if it is coming like more than that, it would be overflow that. Correct? You cannot able to fit that item into the box. Correct?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So now in the same way, when a byte comes here, so they given some sort of a capacity. Okay, for byte, this is the box size. For short, this is the box size. For integer, this is the box size. For long, this is the box size based on their capacity. Okay, it is not like blindly they given. You should not by heart these things. You have to understand these things. Okay, got it, guys? Are
Yes,
you
sir.
understanding the concept,
Understood.
or are you having any questions, any confusions? Do let me know. I am here to tell you for 100 times. If you did not understand, you will not able to understand the another concept. So that is the reason I started with the dot rule. Okay, so you have to understand this one clearly. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, let's see. So now, for example, here they have faced like for 128 to 127, the storage of a memory of a particular type of a data, that is the byte, they given 1 byte in the storage. Okay, and for the short, 2 bytes is the storage, and for the integer, 4 bytes. For the long, 8 bytes. Okay, it is divided based on the capacity, what the number it could store. Got it? Got it or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, here, if for
Yes.
example, if I'm defining a long a equal to 10, is it correct or is it correct or it is something wrong? What it would be?
It is correct.
Byte
Correct,
is a
sir.
Yes.
Correct, but based on the
But
memory.
one
Memory.
waste
In
of
a
memory.
bigger box, we are
data.
going
That's
to store
the best
very
of
small
memory.
value.
Yes. So there is nothing wrong here because 100% it would take the minus 9 to plus 9. I mean minus 19 digits to plus 19 digits. So it would take, but what happened? It will allocate the 8 bytes of a memory, which is not gonna be useful at all. Okay,
Yes.
got it? So that is the reason when you are writing any program, you need to be think like, do you think for this thing, am I able to specify this much of memory? Is it needed or not? Okay, Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, for example, coming to the same thing, what did happen? This is my okay. Sorry. This is my whole box. Okay, and I store inside it this ring. So, do you think is it a good sign of storing the data?
No, sir.
No,
No.
sir.
No.
No.
So
Especially
this is the same thing is happening with in terms of the if you specify a long and you are giving the data is this one. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now you have any questions on the different types of a numbers?
No.
Anyone? Anyone?
yeah, sir. I have one doubt.
Yes, please.
So based on the numbers like which we are giving here, so we need to select the type, right? For suppose
Correct.
a is equal to 10 comma 20, then we need to select hint in that way, right? So
A
like
equal to 10 comma 20. What do you mean by 10 comma 20 here?
so simple terms means I took 2 digits.
Okay, you have taken 10.
Yes.
Then, for example, always A can be hold 10 number, then you could give byte.
Okay, sir.
If you know always 10, there is no change here because it is comes into the within this range, correct?
Yes, sir.
So if it is come within this range, you can give byte.
Okay.
So unnecessarily waste, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, like for example, you could not buy a China phone for cost of iPhone. You would not do that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the iPhone is like 1.5 lakh, but you're gonna be spend the same 1.5 lakh for buying a simple China phone. You would not do that. So I mean that's a common sense basically. So now because that common sense how we understand because of is the money we understand the metrics of the money, so we know like it is used or not. But here we don't know the metrics of the numbers. So that's the reason blindly the people would use, they would go long A equal to 10. They did not understand the metrics of this one. What would happen? What is the complications? Is there any plus? Is there anything minus? Is there nothing? Blindly they do. Okay. So you need to understand the metrics. Okay. Am I really writing a good standard of a code? So that is the point, you have to be the basics should be very clear, guys. Okay, so that is the major reason you have to be start from the zeroth level. Okay, got it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, now come moving to the another concept. If you have very good idea of this integer, in terms of the numbers, we will move to the next level. Okay, now when we come to the numbers, so with the numbers, there is a one more friend is there with this numbers. So the numbers friend is the decimal numbers, right? Correct.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
So they are belongs to. They are both are neighbors basically. So we can say like both are brothers. So this guy is a whole number. This guy is a decimal number. So there is nothing difference here. Only difference is like it's a dot and there is no dot over there. Now, for these decimals also, in programming language, the people who invented here, they have given the different type of segregation. Those segregations are like, one is a float, one is a double. Okay. Now, the same thing what we understand earlier, that would be applicable here too. Okay. So, the float, it would be storing 6 to 7 decimal digits. For example, okay. Earlier, how we segregated the numbers based on the the size of the numbers where we gonna be stored. Like 0 to how much it will go, we don't know. Like that we have segregated. Correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now the decimals will be segregated. What is the difference between these two? Only this dot, right? Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So these decimals will be segregated based on, the numbers and the decimals would be segregated only one dot is missing. So now if you take this dot, how many numbers I can write after the dot? That will give the differentiation between these decimals. Okay. So you can write 6 to 7 in the float. Okay. So if we have a float number, after a number, you can have 6 to 7 decimals you can able to define. That is the float. And if it is a double, okay, it could store up to 15 digits, 15 decimal digits. Okay, got it? After dot, if I'm able to store, if for 67 means what type of a data type we are gonna use? Float. After a dot, if you want to use 15 decimal numbers, then we need to use double. Okay, so this is the purpose, guys. Okay, now you have a very good picture, right? Okay, byte, short, integer, long. Okay, these are the families of a number. Float and double, this is the family of a decimals. Okay, now why this comes, like the four segregations happen in the numbers because of the area where it is gonna be go, like from -128 to +120. What is the range between that? So like that it is being segregated. Now for the decimals, okay, what is the difference between the numbers and the decimals? Only the dot. Okay, now from the dot, if you take from 6 to 7 decimal digits, if it go, okay, that is I can go for float. If I go for up to the 15, then I can go to the double. That's only the difference. There is nothing here. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So now in the same way, the earlier what we understand, like the storing capacity for float and for the double also, we do have the same type of a storing capacity. One guy has the 4 bytes of a data you can able to store for the float. Okay, and another guy has the 8 bytes of a data. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, any questions as of now? I'm stopping now. I'm not, in terms of like, we have to go another concept. But I will give you a pause here. Do you have any sort of a questions? Any confusions, any questions do you have? Yes, no, anything?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
Everyone is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes,
good,
sir.
very good,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
very good, nice. Okay, now we will go to the another thing. So what we have seen, like numbers we have understand. Okay, now we will understand the alphabets. Okay. So now the numbers. So from our childhood, we will understand. So this is the number. Okay. Was 0, 1, 2, 3. It is definitely this number. But alphabets, what is like, we have A, B, C, D. All these are alphabets which we learned, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when you join the numbers, what will happen? For example, I joined this number, 4 numbers, 5 numbers together. What is happen? It is again a number. There is nothing difference here. Again, it's a number, right?
Yes.
Yes,
If
sir.
you combine all these things, like it's again a number happen. There's nothing come to me differently. But if I join the alphabets, what would happen?
Words.
Words.
Word will
It
form.
will convert it into a word.
Word.
Okay, it will convert to a word where it gives a different meaning. Okay, now we will see, like, the first thing, the alphabets. The alphabets, it will tell about the data type called char. Okay, so it will store only alphabets. Guys, clearly understand. We are talking about alphabets. Alphabets means ABCD only. A means only one letter. B means only one letter. Okay, so that means like it is gonna be stored only one letter. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
It stores only alphabets. I'm not talking about a group of alphabets. I'm talking about a only
Only one
alphabet.
alphabet.
Yes. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Only
Yes, sir.
one alphabet.
Yes.
Okay. And another thing is, like, if we have a group of alphabets, what would happen? So we can park this one for now. We will go to that one after some time. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so we understand something like, the number, and there is a brothers of a number that is called decimals. That is called having the numbers with the separation of a dot. We have already understand about. And there is a neighbor for this data that is called alphabets. So the alphabets means ABCD. So in that alphabets, we have understand, like, character. It stores only a single alphabet. Okay, and also this will take 2 bytes of a data. There's nothing, it will not take the much amount of it. Okay, now, so we have seen 4 data types, plus 2 6, and plus 1 7 data types. Okay, okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay. Now we will add one more thing. So this is something little bit ahead, that is called true or false. Okay, so basically, whatever I am talking, is it truthful, or whatever you are talking, is it something is wrong? Okay, that is the conversation that happening between the two people. Correct or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, in the same way, when we are designing a programming language, we have to understand, like, is it true or is it something false? So for that, they have decided to create a one type of a data that is called Boolean. Okay, so this is something, in our daily term, we will understand, okay, this guy is telling something truth, this guy is telling something false. But how do we represent this one into the programming language? For that, they brought to the one concept called Boolean. Okay, Boolean. Now, basically, Boolean means two things. Boolean means two things, either yes or no. Okay, so only two things it is gonna be say. So in the same way, we do have a true or false. Apart from that, there is nothing would be there. Okay, got it? In the Boolean,
Yes, sir.
would have a two things, either true or false. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in the same way, it is also having some sort of a capacity, that is 1 bit. Okay, so this is the holistic idea of a types of data. Okay, we did not discuss about a group of characters, because as a word it is something different, but as of now, we can remove the special characters. We have, like, alphanumerics and a group of alphabets. We have these two things. Okay, we will discuss this one little bit after some time. So before going to the next thing, do you guys have any questions on variables, types of data, and in the types of data, what are the different types of data is there? How the segregations are happen? Why the segregations are happen? If the segregations are happen, what is the capacity has been given. If the capacity is given, what is the storage limit they have given. Everything we discussed. So any questions on this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
That's
sir, I have a
good.
question.
Very good. Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, how can we declare float and double in decimal, sir? We are putting float 10.02 F like that, right, sir? Why we
See,
put F?
okay. May I know your good name, please?
Anita, sir.
Anita. Okay. Anita,
Yes, sir.
here we did not talk about any sort of a representation. Here we are talking about a general idea how the segregations are happening. So when you go and open your Java compiler, how they are saying we are gonna be use that. If they say like an F, yes, you will write F over there. If you write as Anita, you can write the Anita over there. So, okay, that's how the syntax how it is being given. Yes, we have to follow that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So for example, if the people says like you need to talk English with the alphabets, means you will talk with the English with the alphabets only, right? You will not English in the numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is called a syntax how they have mentioned to you. Okay, that is we are gonna be saying when you do the practice, you will understand why. And if you have a doubt why I need to use F over there, search in the Google. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and try to understand that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and try to understand. If you have a questions again, then come to me.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So apart from that, guys, anyone has any other questions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Please tell your name and go ahead.
This is Sridhar.
Yes, Sridhar.
Sir, how can it configure like we have mentioned from minus to plus values, and here how can it configure that is true or false in Boolean, sir?
I did not understand, Sridhar. Can you come again?
In the numbers we are giving from minus values to plus values, no, sir?
Correct.
Oh, that's not question. Here I have the major question about Boolean, sir. That is, how can it configure it is true or false? It can. How can it identify? Is
Okay.
it
Now, when you're talking things like, for example, so if you are talking something that the whatever the statement you are passing, it could be a two things only happen. You are saying correct or you are saying false. That's only right. If it is a truth or it's a false, it could be combined like a truth false. It would be happen any statement.
No, sir.
Or false truth would be happen.
No, sir.
A statement if you're passing means either it is the truth or either it's a 100% false. For example, you did a murder. You will say like I did a murder, or else you will say like I did not do a murder. Either that statement would be a truth or a statement would be a false.
Yes, sir.
Correct or not? So
Yes.
the statement would be happen only two things, right? We are talking here true or false. The Boolean would hold only two things. Either it is true or false. There is no segregation saying that minus true to plus false or plus true to minus false.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This minus and plus you are gonna give only the numbers only, right, Sridhar? You are able to think like apart from this, like minus a to minus b, minus c to minus d, something you can able to give.
No, sir.
I mean, it makes sense or not?
No, sir.
It doesn't make sense to you?
Like
I mean,
అంటే నేను ఎలా అనుకున్నా, can you understand తెలుగు, సార్?
Yes, of course.
నేను ఎలాగనుకున్నానంటే సార్ ఇప్పుడు
Yes, Sridhar, go ahead. No problem.
సింటాక్స్ రాసాక అది మనం ఇచ్చిన వాల్యూ బట్టి అది ట్రూ ఓ ఫాల్స్ గెస్ చేస్తుంది సార్ అయితే.
See, Sridhar, we are not talking about any value. We are not talking about what is it. We talked about a boolean. A boolean means a true or false. How it is representing, we don't know still. That will be, we'll see, we'll understand later. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right now, you have to put it clearly in your mind. There is a type of a data that is called a boolean. In that boolean, there are two things could store. That is true or false. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Okay, sir.
Very good, Sridhar. So if you have a doubt, you have to ask. So you should not be, half cup of tea. Okay? You should be a full cup always.
Okay, sir.
That's good. So
The same way
nice.
I have another question, but it is also not making sense. Like that.
Okay. Okay. Then don't ask.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other questions, guys? As of now, whatever the topics which we understand.
No, sir.
Okay, guys, keep it in mind. I'm asking many times because the first rule I said, it has to be followed. Okay, if you miss this one, the next topic you will not understand. All the things are connected. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
sir.
Yes, please. Someone is asking something.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes, please go ahead.
So it's it's not about the data types or variables, but why do we use different languages? Like, why are there different languages, like a different language for Python and different languages, JavaScript? Why do we use different languages instead of using just one language?
Okay, so it's very simple, Umair. It is really little bit off topic to these guys. Okay, but I'll answer your question here. So, for example, in India, basically language has been created to communicate to people. Correct?
Yes.
When a language has been created to communicate to people, why not in the whole world it has using only one language? Why we have a Russian, why we have a Hindi, why we had Arabic, why we have Urdu, why we have Bhojpuri, like different languages are there. Why? Why not the whole world will be having only one language?
Maybe so we could have some diversity.
So see, it is based on the culture and the geography and the ancient people who has been written and the locality of people who have understand. So like that it is being developed. So in the same way, we have a lot of languages, Java, Python, JavaScript, like many things are there. They have their own importance. So that importance you will understand once you understand this completely. Okay, why this purpose it is there. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay, that's nice. So now we'll come one step ahead. Okay. So we have understand a variable. We have understand the types of data. Now we will understand little bit about connecting these two things. We say that variable. Variable means always changing. That's the English meaning basically. Variable means it's always changing. When, for example, a equal to 10, and is there any hard and fast and rule saying that always a has to be 10? No, right?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So I can give you, I can give 11. I can give a equal to 40. So basically a variable means which is stored something and which is always changing. Okay. So if you want to change, you can change it. That is called a variable. Now, when this variable is taking the 10 value, after some time, the same variable taken the 11 value. After some time, it taken the same variable, it is taking 40. So now the name of a, if anyone asks like, what is this A is a variable. So that is the reason they given the name as a is called, I mean, not only A, whatever the data it is storing here is called a variable where it is always changing. Okay. So for example, if I have a one more thing like B equal to 30, I did not change. I did not have a necessity for change. Okay, that's fine. But if there is any necessity, if you want to change, you can change. You can able to change that. So that is the reason that is called as a variable. Okay. Now, when we're mixing these together, okay, this is called a number, correct? 30 is a number. What is the number types of a data we are going to be stored?
Integer.
Integer. So we'll say like, integer B equal to 30. Then the compiler, the person like, if you are understanding by looking this, okay, this is B is a, which type of a data type? Is a integer type data type. Then it can store only the numbers. What is the number range it could store? Minus 10 digits to plus 10 digits. That's what I know. Okay. And how much capacity it could take? It would take, 4 bytes of a data. So this is the way we have to be understand by looking itself. Correct?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So like this, we have to be put it in your mind. Like this, the programmer language will able to understand. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now, for example, if I'm given here, okay. Now tell me,
Float, double, sir.
Double, sir. Double.
Double, sir.
okay, this is a double because it has the more than 6 to 7 digits, decimal digits, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm really happy, guys. Okay, you people are following. So you are understanding what is the necessity. So okay, now I'll put one step back and asking like, do you guys earlier will able to understand double immediately by writing itself?
No, sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No, sir.
Completely.
Okay. So now you understand like that if you understand the reasons, how beautiful the language would be. Correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Sir.
So that is the point where, so if you people are spending an hour, so there should be a purpose. Okay, you have to learn something where it is put it in your mind and it has to digest. Okay, so that you will remember this one for your lifetime. Okay,
Yes, sir.
got
Yes,
it?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
very good.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
I will
There's
start
no
one
problem.
more. Someone has a question?
Yeah, sir, this is Manoj. I had small doubt.
Yes,
So can we
Manoj.
take a byte instead of integer here?
Of course, Manoj.
Yeah.
100%. Who said no?
Okay, okay.
If it is comes in within the range, 100% you can take.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So when we are declaring the data type, immediately you need to understand this image. Okay. So in this box, shall I able to put this one or shall I able to put this one, which is fitable or which I am using the unused space a lot, which is good. So you need to understand and you need to use it. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
coming to the picture here, when we talk about the types of data, okay. So in programming language, it is being divided into the two types. One is primitive, the other one is non-primitive. So they have given these two types based on some sort of a reasons. Okay. The primitive data types is called which we use in our day-to-day activities. These numbers we use, correct?
Yes.
These decimals we use, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This character we use, correct?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
also
sir.
we use this true or false also, but eventually we will understand how we will use in day-to-day life also. Okay. So these are the things is called primitive data types. Okay. Now the other section of a types of data is called non-primitive, which we are not using into the normally into the our day-to-day activities. So that is called non-primitive data types. Okay. Now coming to this non-primitive data types, there are two segregations would come. One is string, the other one is arrays. Okay, we will discuss about these things tomorrow. Any other questions if you have for today's class? I'm stopping here. If you have any sort of a questions, ask me. And please go to this W3 schools and do understand and collect all the points which we discussed today. Okay, why Moulali said, okay, from numbers. Why he came from the numbers? What do you mean by variable? What is the different types of a data? So it is a types of a data or data types. Okay, it's a types of a data. Okay, in the types of a data, what are the things would be there? Numbers are there, decimals are there, alphabets are there, and alphanumerics are there. Okay, what are the things we discussed? And you have to have some sort of a connecting the D dots. Okay, now for example, if you did not understand a variable, are you able to do this one?
No.
No, sir.
So this is called connections. Got it? Like that, I could say I could share with you a lot of connections throughout the topics. Okay? Okay? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Guys, how is it like? It's interesting?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Or,
Yes, sir.
or
Yes,
am I
sir.
boring to you guys?
No, no.
No, sir.
No, sir.
We
No, sir,
understand the
it's
concepts.
We
Very
understood.
good.
very informative, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, we
So,
just read the theoretical part. Now we understand why it is named in that way. It's quite
Yes, sir.
interesting,
okay.
sir.
So in the future, we will learn a lot of things, okay,
Yes,
which
sir.
makes
Yes, sir.
very, very easy. So usually, up to my college days also, when I see the Java, I ran away from, minimum 100 kilometers fast. Okay. But once I come to the real industry, then I understand, okay, it is so much interesting. It is really interesting. So I wish you people also follow the same thing. Let's see how it goes. But guys, if we have any questions, stop me there. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
Yes, sir.
before going today, I'll tell you one simple basic rule of life. For a student, there is no respect at all. Okay, remember this point. So if someone is laugh at me, someone is okay asking the basic question, the people will say what this guy doesn't know. Yes, I doesn't know means I don't know that. I need to ask that. I need to clear. So there is no respect for a student. Okay. Do you think for a beggar is there any respect?
No, sir.
No.
No,
So even though he do his job, he will ask, give me 10 rupees, give me 1 rupee, give me 2 rupees. Okay. Even though he does not respect, he does his job, right? Correct?
Yes. yes, sir.
In the same
Yes,
way,
sir.
students also does not have respect. Remember this point. Okay. For anyone, if you have a question, you need to ask. If you are not asking a question, that means you are losing the train. So you are losing for something, that's next dot you are not able to connect. Got it?
Understood.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then see you tomorrow. The sharp 7 a.m. IST.
Yes.
And we'll see that. Okay.
Akimala. Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.